Do you find yourself struggling to speak English fluently? Maybe you know the words, but they just don't come out smoothly when you try to speak. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Many English learners face this challenge, but the good news is, there's a way to fix it. In today's video on Learn English 24/7, we'll show you how to speak English fluently by using graded readers and fun, easy-to-follow stories. These stories are not only simple but also incredibly effective in helping you build confidence while speaking. Fluency in English is all about being able to speak naturally and comfortably, without worrying too much about making mistakes. The more you practice, the more fluent you will become, and trust me, it's possible for anyone to achieve. In this video, we'll walk you through a simple story, break it down for you, and show you how to use new words and phrases to sound more natural when you speak. Today's story is about insert theme, and it's designed to help you improve your speaking skills while learning new expressions that you can use in your daily conversations. As you watch, I encourage you to actively participate, repeat the phrases and sentences out loud. The more you practice, the more fluent you'll become. Let's dive into the story. Once upon a time, in a small city, there was a person named Alex. Alex lived a simple life, working at a small bookstore in the heart of the city. The streets outside were always busy with people rushing to work, children playing, and vendors selling colorful fruits and vegetables. Although Alex enjoyed their quiet life, they always dreamed of doing something more, something exciting and meaningful. Every evening after work, Alex would sit by the window of their tiny apartment, reading books about far-off places and imagining adventures they could one day experience. But Alex had one problem: they weren't confident in their English skills. They knew that speaking English fluently could open doors to a brighter future, but whenever they tried to speak, the words seemed to get stuck. One day, while arranging books at work, Alex discovered a section of graded readers, books designed specifically for learning English. Curious, Alex picked up a book called The Adventure Begins. The story seemed simple, but the language was clear, and it had helpful phrases Alex could use in real conversations. As Alex read the first page, they came across a sentence: "Dreams don't work unless you do." This inspired Alex to take the first step toward improving their English. They decided to practice every day by reading aloud, repeating phrases, and using new words in daily conversations. Over time, Alex noticed a change. They started feeling more confident, and their words began to flow naturally. One day, a tourist walked into the bookstore looking for help. Alex greeted them and guided them to the right section, all in English. The tourist thanked Alex, saying, "Your English is so good." That small moment gave Alex the push they needed to believe in themselves. From then on, Alex practiced more, met new people, and even started teaching others how to learn English using stories. Alex's journey shows that with the right tools and consistent practice, anyone can improve their English and achieve their dreams. And it all started with one simple graded reader. One day, Alex faced a big challenge. A group of international tourists walked into the bookstore, excited to explore and learn more about the city. They approached Alex, asking for recommendations in English about books, landmarks, and places to visit. Alex froze. They understood the words but couldn't find the confidence to respond fluently. Their sentences came out broken, and the tourists looked confused. Alex felt embarrassed and frustrated. After the tourists left, Alex sat down, feeling defeated. They thought, "I can understand English, but why can't I speak it smoothly when I need to?" It was a moment of realization: they needed to improve their fluency, not just their understanding of English. This challenge felt overwhelming, but it also lit a spark in Alex. They knew they had to find a solution, not just for their work but for their dream of exploring new opportunities and connecting with people from all over the world. It was time to take action. At first, Alex struggled. They would try speaking English in front of the mirror, but the words didn't sound right. Sometimes, they felt like giving up because it seemed too hard. But Alex reminded themselves of their dream: to speak English fluently and confidently, no matter what. Determined to improve, Alex made a plan. Every morning, they would spend 15 minutes reading a graded reader out loud, focusing on pronunciation and sentence flow. After work, they listened to English podcasts and repeated key phrases they heard. Even small steps, like practicing with customers in the bookstore, became part of their routine. As Alex learned new things and practiced every day, they began to notice small improvements. Words that once felt difficult started rolling off their tongue. They began using phrases like, "How can I help you?" and "Would you like to see this?" naturally in conversations. Of course, it wasn't always easy. There were moments when Alex made mistakes, and they still felt nervous at times. But instead of feeling embarrassed, Alex started seeing mistakes as part of the learning process. They celebrated every small win, whether it was understanding a new word or successfully completing a short conversation. With each passing day, Alex grew more confident. They discovered that fluency wasn't about being perfect, it was about speaking naturally and not being afraid to try. Slowly but surely, Alex was turning their dream into reality. With time and effort, Alex figured out how to speak English fluently, using the new skills they had learned. It wasn't easy, and there were days when they felt like they weren't making any progress. But Alex kept going, knowing that consistency was key. One day, while working at the bookstore, a regular customer came in. This time, they asked Alex about a book in English. Alex hesitated for a moment but then remembered the techniques they'd been practicing. They took a deep breath and replied confidently, "This book is a great choice. It's perfect for anyone who loves mystery and adventure." The customer smiled, impressed by Alex's fluency. Alex felt a rush of pride. They had finally overcome their fear of speaking English. It wasn't about having perfect grammar or flawless sentences, it was about being able to communicate naturally and confidently. Alex knew they had come a long way. They continued to practice, using graded readers to expand their vocabulary and incorporating new phrases into their daily conversations. Even when challenges arose, Alex embraced them as opportunities to learn and grow. Through perseverance, Alex discovered that learning English fluently wasn't a quick fix, it was a gradual process. But each day of practice brought them closer to their goal, and with every new conversation, Alex's confidence grew. The journey wasn't easy, but it was worth it. In the end, Alex was able to speak confidently and handle any situation. Whether it was helping a customer at the bookstore or having a casual conversation with a friend, Alex's words flowed smoothly, and they no longer worried about making mistakes. One afternoon, while chatting with a tourist about the best spots to visit in the city, Alex realized just how far they had come. They weren't translating words in their head anymore, they were simply speaking. The conversation felt natural, and Alex felt a sense of pride and accomplishment. Looking back, Alex realized that fluency wasn't about being perfect or never making mistakes. It was about practicing every day, staying consistent, and not giving up, even when things felt tough. The journey had been long, but each day of effort had led Alex closer to their goal. Alex now felt proud of their progress. They had built the confidence to speak English with ease and to connect with people from all over the world. They understood that fluency wasn't a destination, it was a lifelong journey of learning, practicing, and growing. And with that, Alex knew they were ready for whatever new adventure came their way. The lesson here is simple: fluency comes with practice. Every day you practice speaking, listening, and reading, the easier it will get. Just like Alex, who started with small steps and kept pushing through challenges, you too can improve your English skills with consistent effort. Remember, there's no quick fix, but with dedication, your confidence will grow, and speaking English will feel more natural. Keep practicing, stay patient, and celebrate every small victory along the way. Fluency is a journey, and with each step, you're getting closer to your goal. Keep going, you've got this. Let's take a look at some important words and phrases from today's story. These words will help you speak more fluently and sound more natural in conversations. Speaking smoothly and easily. Example: Alex wanted to speak English fluently. Believing in yourself and your abilities. Example: Alex felt proud of their confidence after speaking English with the tourist. To pause before doing something, usually because of uncertainty. Example: Alex hesitated when the customer asked a question. Happening slowly over time. Example: fluency is a gradual process, not something that happens overnight. Continuing to try, even when things are difficult. Example: Alex showed great perseverance in their journey to learn English. In today's story, we used several key grammar structures, like past continuous. For example, Alex was practicing every day. This shows an action that was happening over time in the past, and you can use this in conversations to describe what you were doing in the past. Now it's your turn. Try using these words in your sentences. Don't worry if you make mistakes, that's part of the learning process. Today, we learned that speaking English fluently is all about practice. Just like the character in the story, you can improve your English by speaking every day and using new words and phrases. Remember, fluency comes with time and consistent effort. If you found today's lesson helpful, be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on our next lessons. Keep practicing, stay confident, and remember, fluency comes with time. See you in the next lesson.